it is probably, it's this great and peculiar example of something that somehow has maintained wide popular use in spite of the fact that almost all the evidence shows that it's neither reliable nor valid. And most of the other stuff pops up like on the internet and pops like books that people just make up and call personality tests.
Like the Enneagram? Are you familiar with that?
Yeah, well, that's probably even worse.
Yeah, I think so.
And then there's the whole Scientology movement. Their initial come on is personality testing. And then there's just one time some years ago we did the group presentation thing that you guys by and large voted down. The people that came in for this lecture came in with like personality tests from the internet that were based on like how you put your lipstick on in the morning, you know, reveal all these things about your personality or what kind of dog you own. You know, like the kind of test that you get like at the end of articles in Cosmo.
Where they talk about how you drive is how you are. You know, that you can tell about someone's personality by how they drive.
Or like,
although in fact, if anything, people probably act out
more when they drive.
Different aspects of their personality.
What about like colors of things? Like I read one about like surfboard color, and then other things about like car colors and stuff. That like if you want a bright color, then that means you want the attention that car or surfboard whatever brings.
And what color the room is painted changes everybody's emotional state. You know, people are just like endlessly fascinated with this stuff, and people will believe anything.
Yeah.
Hard. In fact, if you don't take anything else away, I mean, I think you're just really to know that there actually are, you know, more scientific, empirically based ways of getting at some of these things. And that there's a lot of crap out there. Would be a really good one. Kind of like Herzog and I'll say about the video game sort of cognitive training stuff. There's like a few things that really do have a research basis, and then there's a lot of stuff that people are just cranking out because people will buy it and pay quite a bit of money for it. So I mean, people have actually done like studies on whether your sun sign predicts your personality style. It doesn't correlate to extroversion or much of anything else. I mean, I still look to see what my daily horoscope is. Don't believe it, but so people are. There's something. I think regardless of how real or unreal it is, one of the things we all wrestle with every day is we're surrounded by people, some of whom we perceive as being like us, some of whom we perceive as being different from us, and we're always trying to kind of sort that out and sort out how to deal with them and what it means. And, so I think we grab on to all kinds of ideas about it. And back to the whole situational versus trait thing is I think one of the things that we often miss in thinking about people is somebody said social psych more recently can remind me what this is called these days. I learned it as a fundamental attribution error, that the name has changed, that we tend to see other people's behavior as trait-like and we see our own as situational. Does anybody, it has a different name now. It's okay. Some people still call it that. There's something else that actually social psych people often call it. But anyway, never mind. Nobody else knows. The concept is more important than the name. And part of it is what we know, we see ourselves in lots of different situations. Because we're always with ourselves. So we know how much we're different in different environments. most of the people in our lives, even the people that we're really close to, and the people that we're really close to for years on end, we mostly only see in one situation, and so we see them as being, we interpret it as traits because they're always acting the same. And this is, this is one reason why it's really uncomfortable to go to work parties with your spouse or your lover, because they're different. And it's really, and it's obvious that the other people in the work environment relate to them as a different person than the person that you're relating to. And it's odd, and that's a lot of why that happens. So try to give them less of a hard time the next time it happens. And probably nothing much to worry about. Well, it depends on what you're doing at work. Any other questions? See you all next week. We'll talk about emotion and aging.
Yes. God,